Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we're going to talk about this one. This is the new collection between MANNY MUA and Laura Lee. They're doing a collab between best friends, between their makeup brands that they have. This is the full fantasy makeup collection and we're just going to play with it. I'm just going to create a look and we're just going to see what the quality is on this collection. So I got sent this collection as PR from Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles. Well, I think it's mainly from Lunar Beauty because I've never received any kind of PR from Laura Lee Los Angeles. But the entire collection fits in this little pouch and I think you can buy it as a bundle. And what I thought was really cool with this collection is that there is a blush palette and an eyeshadow palette. And these are the same prices as the eyeshadow palette and the blush palettes usually are from Lunar Beauty, which I thought was pretty cool that they're able to keep the price down. With that being said, you cannot use any codes on this collection, so maybe that's their way of like making sure that everyone's getting paid, because usually with collabs there's like someone else that's needing to get paid for their work. So usually my code with Lunar Beauty is Angelica. You cannot use it on this collection, but if you buy anything else from the site you can use the code and get 10% off, but the items are excluded from the promo code, but at least they're still the price as they usually are. There's also 2 lipsticks in this collection and this packaging is just so stunning. We're gonna try both of them out and see how they are. Then there is this makeup bag and there are a couple of brushes in this collection. One of these brushes are a double-sided brush, which isn't like usually my absolute favorite sort of brush because I usually store my brushes standing up, but I do like the shape of the brushes that they put in this double-sided one. So we're gonna see if we can actually use these brushes today. I will say this big brush here, this is what I usually call a floppy pickle brush. It's just a little too long bristles for my personal taste. Some people love them, obviously Laura and Manny does, but I don't think this is gonna be my favorite because I feel like it just becomes a little too all over the place. But I do love this one, the small one, and there's also one that I'm gonna use for highlighter. This one here. These have like names. Number 4. I kind of like when brushes don't have like what they're supposed to be used for on the brush. Let's just see if this one doesn't. No, I don't do that on my brush brand either. I do have a brand myself, which is called Cinch Beauty, and we have brushes. And I also didn't put like the name of the brushes on my brushes for the main reason that I didn't want to tell you what to use the brushes for, because a lot of times I use the brushes for different things and I didn't want to like not tell people how to use them. The lipstick, like I said, are beautiful, and you press the top and the lipstick comes out, and it is in 2 different shades. It is a Lanny and Mora. So like instead of Laura and Manny, it's Lanny and Mora, and I kind of love it. I think one of these is more of a lighter cool tone pink, which I think is the one that Manny prefers because I know he loves shades like that. And then there's one that is a little bit more of a mid-tone, like a peachy shade, which I think is the one that Laura prefers. Still haven't watched this video that they did with this one. Let me actually put this lighter one on. I am wearing a lip liner from Lunar Beauty. This one is a milk tea because both of these shades are probably too light for me to wear without a lip liner. It's a low MAC myth going on. This isn't my favorite shade. I don't have white enough teeth for a shade like this, and I usually don't like a pale pink on me. I also think that my skin tone is not as pale as Manny. I've never met him in real life, but I've heard him describe his own skin tone, and he seems to use like fair foundations, and I use a light to medium foundation. Although I will say that I don't think I'm matching my foundation at all to my chest today. I probably should have gone one shade darker, honestly, but it is what it is. This isn't my favorite shade of lipsticks. I'm actually going to take this off and I'll put the other one on, the one that I think is Laura's favorite. It is in Mora. One sec. Okay, so this is the second shade. And I also feel like this shade is... Where did I put the lid? Oh, here it is. I also feel like this shade is not usually what I go for. It's a little milky. It's a little milky. Quality of the lipsticks are beautiful though. This is the Full Fantasy Blush Palette, and I really like both the blush palettes that I've tried from Manny and the blush palette that I've tried from Laura Lee Los Angeles. So I have no doubt that this is going to be beautiful. There are 4 shades of blush and 2 shades of highlighter. let us actually just jump in. I'm gonna use this brush and do we want to do this peach then? And maybe these two, this one and this one. I think that's gonna be a good idea. Okay, let's pick some up and let's go here. I do have a bronzer on, but no blush and no highlighter so far. And I think we're gonna go for quite a blushed look. Do like this brush. It's more of a stiffer one. That's what she said. And for me, I like stamping it on. I also don't like big cheek brushes. I know a lot of people love it, like the big, super poofy cheek brushes. It's not for me. I think my face is too small, or also like, you know, there's always things that you like cringe when you see other people doing makeup. For me, it's when people haphazardly just use too big, according to me, again, this is just preference, too big brushes and just haphazardly put on makeup in what I would think is too wide of an area. I just like precision. I don't want to be all over the place, and maybe like that's not the best way, but we all have our preferences. I'm gonna do the smaller brush and do the nude champagne. This looks beautiful. Oh yes! Wow, that is so pretty. That is so much prettier than I expected. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a blush topper. I can't see any cast. Oh, okay. These were beautiful together. And I love that they're bringing in a little shimmer, because I know that both Laura and Manny are like lovers of matte blush. And we all know I'm not. But this is a winner. I love that. I love that. And I love this color here that's called Sandbar. I'm actually excited to use all of these shades. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette is also called the Full Fantasy, and it says Laura Lee and Manny MUA on the front. And this is a little bit of what I like to call on my channel a neutral palette with a twist. Because when I saw pictures of this, I'm like, oh, it's a neutral palette. Color me surprised. Well, not color me surprised. Color me neutral, because Laura and Manny both, they lean more into neutral shadows, but when I open this palette, there is a lot more pinky, purpley, and green leaning tones than I thought I was going to find in this palette, and that makes me very, very intrigued. What I want to play with is like this here. This like purpley thing. I think this is a duochrome as well. I mean, you saw some swatches. The one that's called Aries. Also, Full Femme up here seems extremely sparkly. I think I'm gonna start with the one that's called Lanny. I'm excited that there is a little twist to this one. I am actually excited to try out a look. Let's zoom in and let's do our eyeshadow. I'm gonna do a little bit of primer first. If I can find, here it is. I've been actually using the Milani one as of late. You know what? I've been really enjoying it. I think this is a really good primer, y'all. I mean, just look at my cheek. Look at how beautiful that is. Is that not stunning? I can't be the only one thinking that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna dive into that shade, and I'm using one of the brushes from the collection. Usually I use my own brushes, but listen, I'll make an exception for you guys. This is a little softer than I'm used to, but that also means that, I mean, these brushes that are like super, super soft synthetic bristles, they don't always manipulate the shadow the way that you want it, but also Lunar Beauty has very high quality shadows, and so does Laura Lee Los Angeles. So I'm not worried about the quality at all, but I prefer something that has a bristle that more moves around the product a bit. That is a stunning color though. I'm just buffing a little bit on the edge on both of the sides. It's performing really, really stunning, honestly. I mean, we've all got eyes. That looks really, really beautiful. Okay, so I kind of want to do, there's a couple of shades that I want to use. I think I'm going to use this one. It's called Besties, and I'm gonna use Aries, and I might use this one, and I might use this one, and I might use the full fam. Am I just pointing at the entirety of this palette? Yes, I am. So I did remove a little bit of shadow from that brush. I'm just gonna go into Besties, and I am gonna put that here, just in the inner part of the crease, just to make sure that I have something to blend the shimmer into. And I also love keeping things a little matte in the inner part of my eye because I have so many creases and hoods there. Oh my god, I'm getting some of the purple on. Bad idea. None of these brushes are really looking the way I want them to. Hold. I'm gonna go into one of my own just to make sure that I'm not putting any of the purple on by mistake. This is my own brush. Sorry that I'm cheating a little bit, but you could all see I was getting some purple on. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that under my eyes as well. And I think with a smaller brush, we're gonna use a little bit more of that Lanny, and we're gonna put it out here just to really go around the outer corner and create the drama that I'm looking for. That looks real nice. Quite honestly, this could have been a look. I don't think, like, if I just left it like this could have been a look. It really could have. So I think I'm gonna do the Aries, which is what I think is that duochrome. I'm thinking I'm gonna spray it, and let's see what happens if we put that just in the middle here. Yeah, there's definitely a blue shift with, like, yeah, you can see like a purpley base, almost a little, not blue brown. What was the other one? MAC Club, was that the one that was a purple? I don't remember. Why am I referring back to MAC like this is 2016? Send help. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Social, which is the one here, and then we're gonna do the full femme that I talked about, the really sparkly one. And I think I'm just gonna put that around this one. I just wanna try out some more shades. Oh yeah, that one is stunning. Such a pretty shade. And this is the full femme then. In the inner part, it's more like a pinky little situation. You can see pinky sparkle. This is turning out quite pretty. I'm gonna go back to the EO1 from Cinch again, and I'm gonna use Cloudy, which is that matte bone color. And I am gonna press that in my inner corners. I love a matte inner corner. I feel like that is very flattering when you have more of an aging eye like I do. I am 39. I cannot even believe that in like 6 months, I can't even say that I'm in my 30s anymore. Scary. But I love a matte inner corner. And if you also, oh my god, I literally put it on my nose. If you also feel like sometimes a shimmery inner corner is bringing on texture that you're like not loving, try just to brighten everything up with a light matte color. Am I gonna put a little bit here as well? I never do that, but this is a good shade for that. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. I usually just really don't like like a brow bone highlight. I don't know why. I just think it looks so weird on me. That does look weird, doesn't it? Don't love it at all. Well, ignore that. I say as I continue to work on that area. But yeah, that is the finished look, and I am really enjoying how it's looking. I think it looks really pretty. Like, this is a nice eye look. I am gonna do white, I think. I'm gonna do white in my waterline. I'm gonna finish this look up, and we can just have a little chat about this collection. My makeup look is done, and I will say I really do like this makeup look. I think my favorite thing actually is this blush palette. I loved how it looks on the skin. I love that there are two like highlighters in here, and I love that there are two more bright colors and two more muted colors. Like, there are options. I really like how it went on the skin. I think the eyeshadow palette is the same good quality as we know from like the brands from before. It feels like really nice going on. I had no problems with the blending or anything like that. I think it looks really nice. If anything looks a little uneven, it's because my lids are uneven, and honestly, it's really hard to make something look perfect on an imperfect surface. Sometimes this, like the hoods and the folds and everything, it's just not helping with anything, to be honest. But I think this is a good quality palette. The lipsticks are a beautiful formula, but both of these colors are a little bit more white based, at least according to me, and I don't think that these colors are perfect for me. I think that if you love an ombre lip, or if you prefer a lighter lipstick, this might be perfect for you. I prefer something that isn't making my teeth fully this Cheeto-like. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you picked up this collection. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you again probably tomorrow for a new video. Bye!